Good morning, everyone. I'm Jahnavi and I'm from third year CSCC. Today I'm here to do a case study with my beloved senior. She is none other than Miss Chandrika. Hi, Akka.
Fine.
How do you do?
Fine.
What is your experience in ELCS lab?
ELCS Lab is a very good opportunity to improve our soft skills. It conducts various sessions like GD, jam sessions, and also self-introduction sessions. It helps us a lot in performing our real-time interviews, and it also improves our communication skills. Who are not very good at communication, it helps a lot, and it also helps us in overcoming the stage fear.
Yeah, as you mentioned, most of our fellow mates will have stage fear. So I hope it will be a good platform. So can you please explain in detail about the interview process from selection to placement?
From selection, first of all, there will be two rounds like written test and interview round. And in written test, the technical skills will cover like aptitude and coding round will be there. Coding round is not mandatory for all the interviews, and for for some rounds, it will be specific for the company. In few companies, there will be interview written test aptitude and then coding, and for few there will be only the aptitude part. And for interview, there will be GD, HR, and technical rounds. First of all, there will be a GD round, and they'll segregate few people and they'll conduct the GD. You will also have time to prepare, and the topic will be fresh. They'll give new topics, and you should be able to speak on it instantly. And for HR round, they'll ask about they want to know about your adaptability in the company, like whether you are able to learn new things and you should be able to communicate well. Like they might ask, will you be able to do night shifts? Will you be able to shift from one location to another? So you should be comfortable. Like you should be able to say whether you are willing. Willing. They'll check the willingness. And in technical works, they'll mainly focus on the technical skills. What are the projects? What you have done, teamwork, everything.
Okay. Thank you, Akka. And as you are working at Accenture company, so how do you feel about your first interview experience?
My first experience is not with Accenture. It's with Invenu. So I felt I was too afraid. In that interview, I didn't qualify. They asked me whether I'll be able to do night shift. So I said no. So that was the first mistake I had done. So in the remaining interviews, I rectified that mistake, and it was a good experience. It is an offline interview.
Okay. As you mentioned about the offline interview, I wanted to know about that. In nowadays, is offline interview are the best or online?
Uh, and nowadays everything is going online, but people are trying to cheat in the offline, like online interviews.
Okay.
So it is better to go offline, and we all will be able to give our best in the offline interviews. Like we should be we can face the interviewer face to face, so it will be more comfortable for us.
Next, what kind of skills does the individual require in for the interview?
For interview, first we need to be able to communicate everything clearly. And while mentioning, and self introduction is a must for every interview. They'll ask the self introduction, and we should clearly mention our abilities, skills, and what are the projects we have worked on, and what are our efforts we have put in the projects. We should be able to mention that clearly. So that we should also mention the skills, like what are the topics we have covered. Suppose if we mention Java, we should like mention what are the topics covered in Java. Oops, for example, oops, you are good at oops, you should mention it. So that the interviewer will be able to ask the questions on that further questions on that. So it will be comfortable for you and the interviewer also.
Next, as today's, as in currently, resume plays a vital role in
Yeah.
most of the interviews. So, as a fresher, what kind of points should we able to present in resume, and what should not be presented?
So in resume, most people will mention like what are the languages they know, like for example C++, C, Python. They'll mention that like in the raw memory. So instead of writing that, jotting down the like points, you just give a brief explanation on what are the topics you are well aware of and how you apply the projects in the like, topics in the projects.
Hmm.
And projects are very main, like it plays very vital role in the interview process. They'll ask much about projects because they want to know how much effort you are putting into the projects and how you are managing the team and how you are able to present the skills you have learned so far. So, projects and apart from that, certifications are very important. And what are the certifications you have done so far? You have to mention it.
Okay, so in resume, most of the common mistake people will do that choosing templates. So, what kind of is templates are required for a resume?
Yeah, it is important, but it should not highlight. It should not dominate the content we are putting into it. It should be very simple
Okay.
and it should be formal.
Thank you, Akka, for sparing your valuable time with us. And I got more information from you, and it will be very helpful for my future as well as for my fellow mates too. So, thank you. We are ending up this session. Thank you.